you just can't build anything or make anything without some degree of risk. So I guess to me it's about managing that risk and making sure we all go home at the end of the day to our families. I think the biggest thing for me is just making sure we look out for our mates, and I think we can overcome a lot of the hazards that we encounter day to day by actually just taking the time to think about what we're doing and thinking before we act. I don't think there's anything really exciting about it, it's just lots of common sense.
Take 5 just reassesses your start of your day, start of your process. One of the things I'm very passionate about and sharing with my employees and myself is understanding perception of risk. So when you start your day, I always look at that personal big 5, because if I focus on that, my baseline of acceptance of risk reflects that focus. So if I'm not focused on my PB5 and on the task, my perception of risk will change. So that little 3 minutes of doing the Take 5 process is very important. You've got to give it that unbiased view, focusing on that PB5, being real with what your understanding is of the risk, so that you're making sure that you're not putting yourself or others in harm's way.
Well, safety is paramount at Wagners. One of our guiding principles is that we are family aware. We're a family company and it's about our families. We really need to make sure that at work we're doing everything we can to look after ourselves, our colleagues and of course our families.
If you don't get it right from the beginning, you will hurt yourself. And if you don't hurt yourself, a fair chance you will kill yourself. So it is absolutely imperative that you do your daily pre-starts, workshops, quarries, precast, composites, airport. Every division of Wagners needs to be absolutely safe. Do your pre-starts correctly and do them every day. Don't take them for granted. They are there for a reason.
The big 5 here, the hand symbol. Look, at the end of the day, we don't want you to work safely because you're told to. At the end of the day, we want you to work safely and think about the 5 most important things in your life. It might be family, might be friends, might be hobbies, might be pets, might be a sport, something like that. So go home at the end of the day in one piece, work safely so you are able to enjoy those most important 5 things in your life.
My 4-year-old daughter, my wife, my 2 stepchildren, my dog, my 2.25 acres, my house, everything, my whole life.
I like my life. I love doing yoga. I love going out and being active, and I have been injured before at work, and potentially because I wasn't following correct work procedures, and it did hinder me.
Wagner's never been involved in anything over water before, so that adds a whole new dimension to the potential risks. So every day I say to the guys, make sure we do our Take 5s.
They're our first line of defence against hazards that may be there that can hurt people.
The Take 5 is a risk assessment. We normally do them when we're doing a one-off task that hasn't been performed before, or a task that's not covered by swims, or a task that is covered by the swims but the conditions have changed. If we're driving around the yard in a forklift during the morning, then we have heavy rain at lunchtime. When we go back after lunch, the conditions have changed.
Identify the hazards in your task, implement the controls and fill that out before you commence the task.
We do many tasks that become routine, and we think that we know how to do these tasks with our eyes closed. So before you do your task, stop, have a look around, read your procedures, make sure you fully understand how to do that task. Have a think about some of the past incidents that have occurred, near misses, some of the hazards. Do any of them affect what you're about to do?
We would much rather take 5 if someone is unsure and discuss an issue than someone to go ahead and do something they're not comfortable with or aren't fully aware of what the ramifications of what they're doing are.